The Gatton College of Business and Economics is one of the newest buildings here at the University of Kentucky. Both students and staff are proud of the massive 210,000 square foot building that cost nearly $65 million to construct. Right outside of the building, there is a garden plaza that has a very functional layout. There are multiple access points to get to the garden plaza from various parts of the campus and from inside the building itself. However, the garden plaza still remains empty and unused, even with all of the access points. The intended use of the garden plaza is simply being ignored. The original purpose of the garden plaza was for students and staff to interact with each other in a less professional and stressful environment, and enjoy the great Kentucky weather while also interacting with the space and interacting with the building itself, using the space to get from class to class, and a space to do homework, eat, or just take a break from the stress of college. There's a fairly simple explanation as to why the garden plaza isn't being used as it was intended. In his journal, The Sociology of Public Spaces, Tahir Abdel Hamid talks about the culture of a space. He states that if a particular space is bland and has no real attractions for people to come and spend time in the area, the space will remain empty and without a culture. However, if a space has some form of seating for relaxation or some other form of attraction, that people will begin to use the space, and ultimately the space will begin to have its own culture. The garden plaza is a bland space with no real culture because the space remains empty. There is no seating to attract students to take breaks from classes or go outside and sit after they get a meal from the food court in the atrium. If something as simple as seating was added to the garden plaza, the plaza would become a popular area for students and staff to enjoy and interact with each other and interact with the space as it was intended. As you can see in the original rendering of the garden plaza, it has plenty of seating and is full of people interacting with the space and with each other. Even though something as simple as seating could solve the problem of the garden plaza not being used as it was originally intended, the price of seating may be an issue. In order to attract students, there would need to be approximately 20 tables so that multiple groups of people could spread out and not conflict with each other. When looking at seating options, you can go with something as simple as a square park table that would cost around $12,600 for 20 tables, or you could go with something that would look more appealing and stylish and go with restaurant-style patio furniture that would cost as little as $3,000 and up for 20 tables. In order for the garden plaza to be used as it was originally intended, the space must first be completed to the design in the original rendering, which included seating. After there is something to attract students and staff, the garden plaza will start to develop its own culture, and the space will be filled with staff and students alike, trying to get a break from the stress of work and attempting to take the time to enjoy the Kentucky weather.